Hello, welcome to Me and My Golf TV and welcome to the amazing Asprey. I'm Andy Proudman and it is the Impact Show. Pierce, what do we have in store?
Today, Andy, we're talking all about impact and what you should be doing at impact and through the ball. Not one to be missed. Let's take charge of your game.
Oh, looking good. It's pushing a bit to the right.
Come on, there's no wind at
It's made the water. Not bad. Pretty close. Okay guys, welcome to this week's Impact Show. This is where we answer questions on your golf swing to help create more impact in your game.
Absolutely guys, get involved today. Go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and meandmygolf.com using the hashtag Impact Show.
Yes, and it's a very special Impact Show today. It is Pierce's birthday. Is it a big birthday, Pierce? Is it the 40th?
It's nowhere near my 40th, it will soon be my 30th. So yes, my birthday today.
So guys, wish him happy birthday, hit the like button and comment below how old you think Pierce is.
Ooh, that's a mean one, Andy.
That is a mean one, but have a guess, see what you think he is. But no, happy birthday, Pierce.
Thank you.
Pierce is actually not here today. He's in
hologram birthday.
Yeah, this is a hologram, but he's actually on holiday for his birthday. This is pre-filmed, but he's on holiday in Greece. So I hope you're having a nice time in Greece, Pierce.
Doing my best.
I'm sure you will be. So let's go through today's question, and it's through Facebook, and it's from Joshua LeBlanc. If I can get to it, Joshua LeBlanc is saying, do you have any tips on how to return your hands back to the setup position at impact? In my downswing, I tend to roll my hands, which opens the club face, leading to a lovely slice. Also, Matthew Lambert said, I struggle with this as well. So, a great question. Obviously slice, everybody tends to do that, majority of golfers, but it's interesting that you said you wanted to return, Josh, the hands back to the same position at impact. Now, I think if anybody talks about this piece, I think it's really important to understand the difference between setup and impact, because there is a very big difference. No doubt. So let's go through, first of all, the understanding of how setup looks compared to what we're actually trying to achieve at impact piece. What should impact look like?
Okay, so setup first of all, yeah? So generally there are some sort of generalizations on setup, aren't there? So talking from an athletic posture, parallel alignment, weight 50-50 through the feet with an iron maybe. So shaft it depends on the ball position, but the shaft you'll generally find is lent slightly forward with the iron, so you can see the hands are about level with the golf ball.
Okay.
That's what we would see at setup. Now
some people, as Joshua mentioned, he's trying to return to the same position at impact. Now, we don't want that, do we? We want to return, and impact should look very different. So just go through how different that should look and what sort of things we're looking to do.
Okay, so as you said, Andy, because golf is so dynamic and we need to be able to generate that power, we need to do a lot of things very differently. So first of all, I mean, we do some rehearsals where we get people to move from setup into impact. So we'll do this and talk through this. So first thing we sort of see and get people to do is to get a weight shift involved. So you can see I'm now shifting my weight towards my lead side. Now as I start to shift my weight, you also notice I start to rotate my body as well. So you can see my hips are rotating, my chest is rotating, and you can actually see that the shaft has been lent forward more.
Okay.
A lot more weight on my left side now, my lead side, actually more in the heel, you can tell by the toes going up, and my right side you can see the weight is on the big toe and the heel is up in there as well.
So as you mentioned, Pierce, it's a lot more dynamic. We have that weight shift towards the target, we have the rotation of that lower body, but what we also have, which is interesting, is having that shaft length forward, which sort of helps create that nice solid impact where we get the ball followed by the turf, but also that nice penetrating ball flight which we want to see with these irons as well. Now, it sounds like what Josh is doing, Pierce, he's obviously trying to return it back to an impact, which is similar to setup, but also is leaving the face open. So one thing that you can do, Josh, is first of all rehearse exactly what we just did there, that sort of shift, rotation and shaft lean. That's a good thing to rehearse, but it sounds like he's having a problem with the club face squaring at impact as well. So we've got a great drill that you can have a go at, which is almost going to combine the two, Pierce, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the one thing just on rehearsing that and on the setup to impact, just be mindful of the club face position, especially if you're slicing like Josh.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they start leaning the shaft forward, they might open the face.
Okay.
So be very mindful of actually getting, right, okay, I've established my square face, club face, and then from there, as I do everything else, get all the shifting of weight, the rotating and the leaning, that the actual club face is still square.
So the face is going to remain square. It's a great point there, but all we're really doing is de-lofting that club face really, but the club face still looks at the target. Okay, so let's go through this drill then, Piers, and this is a great one because so many people get this wrong and so many people are trying to keep the face quite square to the target. Now, Piers, just take us through what we want to feel on this or what we want to do.
So let's actually just say, so from setup, we're going to just do a little mini backswing, so almost like you're playing a chip and run shot.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to get you now to go do all those things we mentioned about going back to impact, so shifting weight, turning the body, leaning the shaft, squaring the face, but then continuing to swing through until we get to what we call parallel point 4, where the shaft is virtually parallel to the ground. Now you can see there, I've actually turned the club, so the toe of the club is pointing up. Now the best players in the world never think about doing this. It happens naturally.
They've probably worked at it in the past.
Varying amounts, maybe a Jordan Spieth less, and maybe Justin Rose a little bit more. But they generally will get that toe end pointing more upward.
Definitely, and what we see so early in the golf swing normally with amateur guys is that as they swing through, that club face is looking straight up in the sky, and when you would hit this sort of imaginary wall here, you'd see that sort of the leading edge is hitting. We really want to get here, the back of the club here, the back of the club is sort of facing this camera here, so it's crucial. I mean, you can even do it, I got one of my lessons doing it today with a range bay, so the range bay was just in front of him, and we got him sort of getting the toe in the range bay, and it was amazing. Just a few rehearsals of that, we took him straight to a shot and he drew the first one, and he usually hits it high right, so it's really going to enhance the feeling to go, okay, this is different, this is what I need to feel in order to square that face, isn't it?
I always remember the story that Greg Norman, absolutely Andy, I always remember the story that Greg Norman said about it was probably his best ever golf lesson, and he worked with Ledbetter, he worked with Butch Harmon and maybe some other coaches, was his mother saying to him he's got to get the toe end of the club and hit it into a bush in the garden. So we've got a bush in the garden, and it was literally hitting that toe end of the club and hitting it into the bush, and that really gave him the image of how to move his body and move the club through the ball. If you look at the impact and post-impact images of Greg Norman, unbelievable.
Definitely.
Best drive the game's probably ever seen.
Definitely. So there's numerous ways to square the club face or close the club face, or whatever you want to do it. This is just one of the things that has worked for us with our students. So I think for you, Josh, and for you guys at home, first of all, understanding impact, that it is a lot different to setup, and then understanding or having the feeling of what that club face does through impact, and certainly putting yourself where you can get a wall there, Piers, or something in the way that you can get your toe into that wall on the way through.
And you know what people say to us, well, how long should you do this for? Well, if you did 5 minutes a day, that'd be really good. And then they say, well, how long should you do the drill for? Until you start looking like this when you hit the ball.
Yeah.
Now everyone pretty much now can video their golf swings and see where they are, and I think that's why we get a lot of interaction in our videos, because people know more about their swings because of on their phones. So you don't stop doing the drill, Josh, until you are there when you're hitting shots.
Okay, right, so Piers, let's give it a shot, yeah? So on this one, Piers, sort of show me a little rehearsal to impact.
Okay.
And then I want you to hit the shot and really work on that toe working
So
through.
I'm going to go just to here, maybe on a short swing, yeah, and then go to rehearsal to impact.
Okay.
Shaft lean, weights shifted, club face square, and I think that's a really important thing, is that when we see people do this originally.
Yeah, they get that club face open.
Okay, and then hit the shot, yeah?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
So let's have a birthday hole-in-one, shall we?
Ooh, like a drink for your birthday. You never normally do that. Right, okay, now let's hit this slightly left as well, which is what we imagine. It's still on the green, pretty good shot, but the fact that you were working hard to close the face there, that was always going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was always going to happen. So hit another one for us.
Yeah. So you can see you're absolutely right there, Andy, when the rehearsal that I was doing then was working. Did 4 or 5 of them.
So it does rub off into the golf swing. So again, same feeling on this one.
Okay.
Get that toe working over. And that one the wind needs to hit that. It's got a chance. Oh, not bad. Not bad. A little short on that one. A little short. Okay, guys, hope that helps. Josh, post your comments down below. We'd love to hear what you've got to say on that. Pretty good shot there, Piers. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, there you have it. 5 minutes of that a day is going to help improve your impact, isn't it, Andy? Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Post your comments down below on that. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. It allows you to interact with us, ask us questions, and help produce these videos.
Yes, it does. And also, if you haven't checked out our new video series, go to meandmygolf.com, turn your slice into a draw 4-part video series. It is definitely going to help with that slice. Make sure you check it out and get your free 7-day trial today. Click the link in the corner, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for watching.